Tonight, you're going to find out what to put in your website. If it's a new website or an old website, you don't know why. I'll also let you in on the secret why you should put certain things in the website. And we will only discuss the minimum you should be putting in the website so you will earn money from it. We also want to assume that you have no idea how to make money from it. Yes? Okay ba yan? You have a website, you made it, you paid for it, but you don't know why you're doing it. So let me just assume you want to make money from the website anyway. Yes? Yes? Either you're selling somebody's products, you're selling your own products. Let's get started. Tonight is all about direction. And the minimum direction I want to give you is not so much work, but so much for results. In other words, we're going to put something in the website that will give you the results. There are several results you want to make when you have a website. Now, let's talk about your goal first. Then we can go to the contents of the website. Yeah? Because you need to be clear with the goal. What is your goal? Is your goal to make money online? Please type it in the chat. If you don't feel this way, because when I started my website in 2001, that was self-expression. 2001 was my first blog. I just really want to write stuff down, what I think about, and then let the world see. But when I started my first website in 1996, it was slam book. Back then, all websites, if you were around in 1996, most websites you see is about me, about me, about me. Slam book. These are my likes. This is the movies I like. Godzilla. That's the first American Godzilla, by the way. So music that I like, that's what my first website was. It's found in serendipity.com.ph. Of course, it's no longer there, but you will be able to find it in the Internet Archives, serendipity.com.ph. But the first blog I ever did, I just did self-expression and eventually turned into a money-making thing because of Google AdSense. So my blog has a lot of readers, and then because of the advertisements that I put there that are really, really big, I started earning dollars using Google AdSense before the YouTubers started existing, because in 2001, there were no such thing as YouTubers, okay? Now, if this is your goal, then let me introduce you to the sub-goal, a must goal if you want to do this. And this is your shortcut. Here it is. You need to build a list. Now, let's correct that. Let's just be realistic. Build lists. Not a list, but list. What is a list? Give you an example of a list. Your readers of the website, that's a list. Readers who return and come back, that's a good list. It's constant readers. People subscribe to your website, that's another list. If you have a podcast, those who listen to you and subscribe and then listen to you monthly, that's another list. People who bought something from you in the past, whatever it is, as long as they bought it from you, that's another list. People who watch a video that you made on Facebook, that's a list. People who watched a video that you made on YouTube and finished the whole thing, that's another list. See, your goal, your must goal, if you want to make money from the internet, is to be committed to make lists. Now, not a lot of people approach making websites this way. They talk about traffic. Oh, you must have a lot of traffic. They talk about followers, which is a list. They talk about subscribers, which is a list. So make sure you focus your mind on, and people go to your website, that's traffic. They need to be converted into some sort of list. So you can get back and tell them something later, okay? That's why when you make a blog, there is a built-in thing called an RSS, or really simple syndication, that allows you to reach out to these people who said, hey, I want to read your blog. I wanted to read it regularly. So you can send them a message, okay? Now, even before, we had a thing called a newsletter, an email newsletter. And that works because you ask these people who go to your blog for their emails, and you can send them an email. Send them an email so that you can tell them, hey, I have a brand new post. I have a brand new product. I have a brand new something. You need to make a list. Commit yourself to making lists so that you will have a good future for your website. Okay, so the income you're looking for is going to be there. Now, Jomar, how about sales? Is my must goal to make sales? The first goal is never to make sales, all right? The first goal is to commit to build lists. Now, how do you do that? How do you make sure that another must goal you need to do is to give value? kind of hard usually because we don't seem to understand what that means. If all you do like me, no, I was a consumer, meaning I buy things. No, I go to the office and then I work, and then when sueldo comes, I spend it. See, that's all I knew for many years. All I knew is to buy, to make money and then to spend it. Now, why do I spend my money? Because I spend it on things that I think that are valuable to me, which means I'm a consumer, which means people who make these products, services, they give value to me. So from somebody who buys, you need to be somebody who gives value, okay? Now, if you're listening to me live, you need to write down, I need to know how to give value. And don't worry, at the end of this night, I will tell you exactly how to give value. Yes? Yes? Let's proceed. So your main goal is to make money online. Your must goal is to build lists, which means there has to be a facility or a way for you to build these many lists. And then second must goal is you have to give value in your website. If your website doesn't give value, then people aren't going to go there. They're not going to visit. They're not going to get anything from it. Now, should be obvious that tonight's show, Thursday, 8 p.m., is a show that gives value. Yes, because I'm teaching you something. Jomer, what if I don't teach? That's fine. The website should be able to give value even though you don't know how to teach, like in video form, like this one I'm doing right now. Okay, so let's begin. Let's talk about this website that I found from a veteran in my industry, internet marketing, and his website is full of stuff. He has marketing skills, marketing topics, channels. This is the footer of his website, which means he has a big fat website. He is a guru, so he has an academy like me, but his academy contains Google, Facebook, Insta, all that stuff. So what's the problem here? There is no problem. This is called a mature website. When this started, it didn't contain all these things. Now, your goal is very simple. If you are selling something already, you have an idea what direction your website is going to be, should be obvious. Should be obvious that you have an idea what you're going to sell. Should be obvious that what direction of your website should be. Once you have that, then you must look for models and then extract the wisdom from these people. Like this one here. Take a look at this one. Stare at it for a while. Read it, please. Let me zoom in a little bit to the first part. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. This website is so fat. Yes. What you need to do is pick one or three. Because when this website started, it probably did not contain all of those. It contained one or three of these things, okay? And your job is to decide what should be the contents of the website. Now, of course, if you're not in my niche, if you're not in my area, let's say in your food industry, then food industry, what are you gonna do if you're in the food industry? Look for models and then extract wisdom. Go to the websites of the people in the food industry, see what their website contains. Usually it's found in the footer at the bottom of the website. Yeah. So obviously, if you're a restaurant, you go to restaurant websites. Okay. If you're not a restaurant, you're selling clothes, you go to websites that sell clothes, and then you model what it looks like. Okay. Now, if you are going to be selling products and you're using Lazada, then you already have an online store. So what is the purpose of the website? The website is another place where you can sell. But you don't have to sell, like make your website look like Lazada. No, you don't have to do that. Okay? So let's proceed to what you're supposed to put in the website. All right. So the first thing you need to do is called a manifesto. Can you say that? Manifesto. And websites are usually done by one person, and then it's great to be able to explain to people who are reading the site why you're making the site, why are you doing this, what is your story. Okay, now you might say, I was an employee for 16 years. That's me. I worked for 2 companies. In the last company, I was retrenched or fired alongside 500 people because of the 2007 financial crisis. That's exactly what happened to me. So that's part of my story. So Jomer, why would I put my story in a website? Because People relate to people, not to websites. Have you seen a website na the contents of the About Me says, we are a company committed to serving you the best, and lots of big words, yeah? You never care about these websites. You never care about visiting them again because when you click on the About Me, nobody seems to be there, right? So you need to say stories about you. If you like, you can put pictures of your life, artifacts from your life, and then just explain to them why you made the store, why you made the online store, why you made the website. You can edit it later. Just be a human being and tell a story why you're doing this, okay? Now, one good example of a manifesto is something like this. In this industry that I am in, for example, I'm selling chairs, big office chairs. I can say something like this. Oh, office chairs are always sold at this price and it looks like this. But I wanted people to have choices in office chairs that aren't black. So that's why you made a website that contains office chairs that are not black. So if you say something as simple as that, who are the people who will stick around your website? People who say, yeah, you're right. How come office chairs are always black? I want to buy an office chair that's not black. Do you understand? It's as simple as that. You don't have to, tell your life story, until when you were suffering in the provinces and then you were feeding the kalabaw. You don't have to go there. Just tell them why you're doing this. Okay? The more unique to you the story is, the better. I'll give you an example of a unique story. You tell the story that you went to Saudi Arabia, you got scammed, and so you went home, but your parents already sold the kalabaw, so you had to get to work for Jollibee. So that's very unique to you. I don't think millions of people have the same story. Yes? Because not everybody who goes to Saudi Arabia gets scammed. Just a few, not millions. So if it's unique to you, that's a great story to tell. All right? If you can't figure out what's unique to you, you need to talk to your best friend and say, why are you my friend? What is unique about me? Why are you sticking around with me? Stop like that. Just make sure you know why you're doing this website. Otherwise, you probably should not have a website in the first place if you're not sure. Okay? So let's move on. So this is a story. So it goes to About Me section. All right? Just one page of the website. Now let's go to the next one. This is the part where you can earn money because you wrote this page. Are you ready? Here it is, the resources and tools. So when you build websites, you're going to encounter website builders. You're going to encounter plugins. You're going to encounter tools that we use to create websites. It's very simple. Like, for example, your website is about web streaming, live streaming, Facebook Live. The obvious tools you're going to be putting there. This is just a list, by the way. You can explain and make it longer, but really this is a list. For example, the obvious tool you're going to have to mention is, by the way, these are two tools. This is the microphone, and this is the shock mount. They are not sold together. They are sold separately. So you can mention, oh, I use this kind of shock mount. Here's my link to Shopee. This is my link to Lazada. This is my link to Amazon. And this is my microphone. This is my link to the microphones you can buy. This is an older one. You can buy a new one. Here's my link. So why would you put something like that? Because that is called affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, which if you just apply for an Amazon Associates, and then when they're interested in your microphone, let's say you do a show like this, like I used to do a show like the microphone is there. You can see it like that. A lot of YouTubers, they do YouTube with a microphone like on in front of them, yeah. And why do they do that? Oh, they're selling it. So how when you click on the link to their Amazon Associates link, and they will make money from that. That's why they're showing off their microphones. Sometimes they're showing off their cameras behind them because cameras are expensive. And when people buy from the link from Amazon Associates, they get a good amount because let's say the camera is 30,000 pesos. Amazon gives them 3%. You do the math, 30,000 times 3, that's 900 pesos for buying a camera from your link. It is free to join Amazon Associates. You can also join the affiliate programs of Shopee and Lazada. using another website. You just have to email me what that website is because I forgot. So the technique in doing affiliate marketing in the Philippines is not the same. Do not join the Shopee and Lazada affiliate. Don't. It's very hard to understand how they do stuff there. You need to join another group, another website to sell products for Lazada and Shopee. Okay, so if you put resources, for example, mouse pads. Oh no, this is not a mouse pad. This is a trackpad. You mentioned this. There's a link to Amazon and other websites. That's what you do. You have a specific kind of mouse like I do. This is my mouse. It's left-handed. This is my mouse. It's a left-handed mouse, very rare. And I mentioned this, and guess what? If left-handed people find out about these tools that I have, they would try to buy it. I get a percentage if I have a link in my resources. Just obvious stuff, right? Their computer and stuff like that. That's why you have people reviewing products in YouTube without buying them. Have you noticed that? And this guy has so many cameras. He's reviewing another one this week. No, he doesn't have a lot of cameras. He just reviews them because he can put the link in the description in the YouTube video so he can earn money if you buy from Amazon. Of course, they assume that the market, the people watching the videos are international. That's why they use Amazon. But if you're Filipino, you want to reach out to Filipinos, then there's another website to join so you can sell products that are found in Shopee and Lazada. Okay, you need to email me what that website is because I don't remember. I can't remember where you have to register. So so just email me. Here's my email address. Take a picture and email me so I can send you to that website. Yeah, I genuinely don't remember. Okay, it's not top of mind for me. All right. So resources and tools will help you get when you create a website, this is going to be a growing list of tools you will learn. And when you learn those tools, you put a link here and then you describe what you used it for and then click. And then if the tool you're using has an affiliate program, in other words, they are paying you to promote them, then graciously say, yes, I'd like to join your affiliate program, right? And I would like to get paid when I endorse your tool. That is very, very important. So if you want to make money, here's an example of an affiliate of a resource and tools website. Sorry. Here's an example of a resources website. I'm going to show it to you right now. It's not resources and tools. It's really targeted for people who do live streaming. So this is Pat Flynn's website. So this simply discusses what are the tools he uses. No, he uses his cell phone for camera. Later, I'll use my cell phone, but not now. So this is my live streaming equipment and setup. So if you have a setup like this, this is your blog. This is your website. This contains just links, explanations, what he uses. This is my camera setup. What is the capture device? This is my audio setup. So he just describes his stuff and he gives you a budget option. If you don't want to copy my setup, you can use these cheaper products. These are all links to Amazon, by the way. Okay, and this is his lighting setup. That's a sample shot. This is my lighting. I can do the same thing, by the way. I'll show you next time. I'll do the same thing. I'll show myself with the light and I'll show myself without the light, like that one. No light with light. Dark light with light. Blue light, orange light. So essentially what I'm showing you is I can model this guy's website. Okay, I'm also part of his, mentoring program. We meet like twice a month. Okay, this guy Pat. Okay, so that is a sample of a resources page. If you have no idea what you're going to do, then make sure you make a resources page. All right, make a resources page because when you build websites, you will learn about new tools like WordPress, like Kinsta, like email marketing tools. Then you put stuff in it. Yeah, you can say my website setup. This is the stuff I use to create my website, and so it's very good to put something like that. Okay. Now this is of course if you want to earn from promoting products and services, because in today's world, we all know everybody's forced to Zoom. Yeah. So when everybody's forced to Zoom, there is a condition like better cameras, better lighting, better microphones. Sometimes better boom arms, the arm for the microphone, which I used to have. Nasira ko. It's a long story. Bottom line, people are now investing in their office equipment because of the work from home thing from the pandemic. So if you are doing that already, you might as well talk about it in your website. All right. Now, I'm not saying you should make a video. I'm saying just put a website, put some words in, explain what you're doing. If you're great at making videos, then you can do exactly the same thing, but put the videos not just in YouTube, but also in your website. All right. Because people are going to discover your YouTube. But if you have a YouTube and they like you, they will want to go to your website to find out your deal. Who are you? Who is this person I like? And why is he doing this? You get me? So you need to bring people to a place like YouTube into your website. Parang you met at the park, you exchange telephone numbers because your dog likes her dog, and then you kind of hit it off and you had conversation, and now you need to bring her to a coffee shop, something like that. You understand me? You just don't keep meeting in the park. Oh, let's meet next week in the same park. You need to go someplace to sit down and talk, maybe dinner, maybe coffee. You understand? You just don't say, oh, I have YouTube, so I'll just keep meeting them in YouTube. Bad move, because YouTube is borrowed property. You're like in that park. If they close the park down and the only place you meet is the park, you don't know her address, you don't know her telephone number, you just meet in the park. The park becomes renovated, they shut it down, they construct a big building. How are you going to meet this girl anymore that you like? You get me? You need to bring the girl someplace else so you can do proper conversations. Same way with customers and prospects. You meet them in YouTube, bring them to your social media, bring them to your website. Social media so you can connect, you can like and follow each other, but website because so you can get their email address and put them in other kinds of lists, like a list of people who watch your Facebook videos. That's a different list. A list that answers your chatbot. That's a different list. An email list that subscribes to your website. That's a different list. Again, I said, your goal when you make a website, make sure you put people in lists that you own. By the way, you need to own the lists. All right, moving on. The next thing you're going to have to do when you make that website, so we're finished with tools and resources. This one, not obvious, but in today's world, you need to come up with a privacy policy. Why? Because, for example, you kind of like entertain the idea, I'm going to run Facebook ads, I'm going to run Google ads, I'm going to run TikTok ads and stuff like that. Yeah. These websites, these services will ask you, where is your privacy policy? So you might as well make one. So how do I make a privacy policy? I have no idea what that is. Yes, right? So come to the rescue would be a thing called a privacy policy plugin. Grabe, ang ganda ng privacy policy plugin. And plugins are the superpower of WordPress. So I'm going to open up WordPress right now. And there is no privacy policy here, but I can go to the plugins. I can add a new plugin. And since I have no skills in making, I don't have any skills in privacy, I just type privacy here in the plugin section, privacy policy. And voila, I can find plugins that create privacy policies. Okay? Mali ang aking, taka lang, sandali. Popular, I'm gonna privacy. There it is. There are plugins, essentially small apps that generates privacy policies like this one here. WP Auto Terms, it's untested in my version, so I can't use that, but it has 100,000 people using it, so that's awesome pants, right? So there are many options here. There's embed policy. Only 2,000 people use this, but it's compatible with my version, so I can use that. Let's find something else that is compatible, has 1 million active cookies. But is it a privacy policy? No, it's not. How about this one? 20,000 installation. Sorry, you can't see it. Oh yeah, you can see it. This one here has 20,000 active installations. It is compatible with my version. So all I have to do is use that privacy policy with the blue thingy there and install it. Ta-ding! After I install it, I activate it. Do I have to pay? No, it's free. Activate. Ta-ding! There it is. So now I have a privacy policy. No, Not yet. I have to turn it. I have to modify it a little bit because privacy policies contain your name. Yeah, para siyang terms and conditions. So you have to look for the privacy policy something here. There it is, privacy. Let me see if that's the case. Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna, in the settings, I have to give it my name. Create a new privacy policy page. I hope you can see this. This is very simple. So using the power of WordPress, I'm just gonna click on create here. There, can you see that? Create. So this one here, I can click on this create thing here, there, and it's gonna make for me a privacy policy. Dapat, well, you really should read it, yeah, because it's gonna be in your website. But bottom line, it's gonna ask you for blanks anyway. So our website is at ganyan. There's already a suggested text, blah 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 blah. Say yes. Say yes to the suggested text, read it, and then now you have a privacy policy. Everybody say, wow. Is that simple? Yes. Yes. Okay, I can publish it. Let me check this one. Privacy policy, where do you send the data? What rights do you have on your data? Generally, yeah, publish it. And I see publish. And there, I already have a privacy policy. You can take a look at it now. There it is. I gave you the link. I gave you the link to the privacy policy. And wait, I'm gonna send it to the people who are in Facebook also, and so they can see the privacy policy. The people here in the Zoom can see it. So it's just very simple, no? Let me just go and take a look at what it looks like. That is the privacy policy. There it is. There it is. You have to remove the word suggested text because that's the. Okay. You have to remove those words. Yeah, just change that. Obviously, for serious purposes, read it. Get somebody smart to help you edit it, okay? But I can just remove suggested text and get rid of it, okay? I don't want to edit it now. You don't need to see me clear that out. Buburahin mo lang yung word that suggested text, okay? So now when websites ask you for privacy policy, you now have one, right? So Jomar, can I put my privacy policy in my Facebook? No. Privacy policies are found in your own website, okay? So if you are working for someone else, make sure that someone else has a privacy policy so you can use that when companies ask for privacy policy. So this is just an example. There are many kinds of privacy policies. Merong email privacy policy. You'll need to use something like that as well because you'll be collecting emails if you keep following Jomar, because that's a list, no? A list of emails is one of the most critical things you will need to grow your business online. So you need an email privacy policy, which idadagdag mo lang dito. All right? So that's, in a nutshell, very simple way of making a privacy policy. Now you know why people like me, we use WordPress. Because if I have a question, I need something added to my website. I don't make it. I just look up for a plugin, okay? And that's why plugins to the rescue. So why don't we use Wix, Squarespace, and all that other stuff? Wix, Squarespace, etc., they got no plugins for the last 20 years. If you have a system like I do, like WordPress now, that has plugins, then, and we've been doing plugins for the last 20 years, then you have a lot of choices. And a lot of them are free. Okay? However, I don't just use free plugins. Like in the case of what I did last week, I showed you my plugins that I paid for. It's called Thrive Themes, no? So let me show you the link that I used. So this one, this is a paid plugin. This is what I use to create websites inside my WordPress. Paid. I pay annually for them. It's worth it. The privacy policy is free because that's all it does. This one allows me to create websites really easily. I'm going to show you how to use this a little bit later. All right? So if you're already asking, where do you get, Jomar, where do you get your WordPress? Now, where do you buy that? I buy that in this link here, which I'm going to share to you guys. And this is where I buy my WordPress. It's jhilar.com/bestwordpress. Why? Because websites, made from other systems, not WordPress, are very hard to manage. You need somebody who's really good in IT to manage them. As you saw, I just added a plugin. I turned it on, I installed it, I activated it, and there I was able to create a privacy policy as simple as that. Most plugins are like that. It's very simple to use. You don't need to be really complicated IT guy like me to use it. Now, one other thing about this system that I use for WordPress is it's really fast. And that's one of the big things in 2022. Your website's got to be fast, both for you when you're using it, when you're updating it, and for the clients who's looking at it. Because between two websites, one is slow, one is fast, customers will stay in the what website? The faster one. Yes? You will stay with the faster one. You will not wait for the slow one to load, right? So just one insight there. Okay, let's go back to the website. You ready? What else should be in the website? Moving forward, you need to have a website that has some sort of website log or blog. Or for simplicity, let's use the word journal. What does that mean? Well, very first thing in your journal should be, at least once a day, let's hope, some frequently asked questions in your industry. For example, earlier, somebody was talking to me here on Facebook. He was talking about, they have a restaurant. Yeah, they have a restaurant. And they're selling a lot of stuff to other people. So what would be your frequently asked questions for restaurants, for example? Can you think of some? Where are you? Yes. Number 2, how do you go there? Right? What's the menu? What's the special for the week? What are your top 3 bestsellers? These are very frequently asked questions. So what should the website contain? This one. And you should grow this. Now, you have a list and it contains 3 things. Next week, it contains 7 things. Or you create a post or, create an article or an essay once a day, once a week that adds to your website journal. Why? Because search engines like Google, they like websites that are updated. In fact, if your website is updated, there's something new there. They kind of prefer to put you in front of other people just because there's something new. Now, if you decide to say, oh, our menu is like that, it will never change, then you will have to add something. You're selling only one thing. Let's say you're selling only one thing. You have to add something like frequently asked questions to your website and really just answer them. Answer the questions. Like if you're selling t-shirts, then what are the sizes? What are the colors? Jomar, we already answered that last week. Then give me pictures of customers, right? They call that user-generated content. Pictures of customers from Facebook. You ask their permission. Can I use your picture in your website, please? Then if they say yes in Facebook Messenger, you take a screenshot of their picture with their name from Facebook, post it in your website as part of your journal. This week, the basketball team of Ginebra bought 16 of our t-shirts. This is them eating in a restaurant with our t-shirts. We asked this player to share us the picture. That's called user-generated content. Jomar, what if I have no user-generated content? Then you need to find related products to you and see what they put in their website. I'm sure there are products in other countries selling the same, companies in other countries selling the same products as you, and they have websites. You can take a look. What do they put in their journal? Okay, so that you can always grow your website. You can always add something new in it. All right. But the most important thing really would be frequently asked questions. No, usually they are objections. I don't want to buy your product because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you spend 1 week answering 1, the next week answering 2, the next week answering 3. There will always be a lot of objections to buying your product. Then spend the time putting it in the website. Jomar, can I use text? Yes. Can I use video? Yes. If you use video, you might as well post it in Facebook, YouTube, and your website. But if you use text, just post it Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then your website. Really, there's nothing stopping you from just answering questions in your industry. And even if you already answered the questions 2 months ago, go ahead, answer it again in a different way this month. Why? Because maybe this month you have a different answer, a different insight. All right. For example, I'm always asked by people, Jomar, can you mentor me? And my answers are always different. It's always different because it depends on what I'm thinking right now. Sometimes I would say, okay, go to this link. That's my answer. Sometimes I would say, do you know what mentoring means? So I'll explain what mentoring means. All right. Sometimes my answer is, a lot of people say, please mentor me. But when you ask them to do something, they do nothing. That is not somebody who wants to be mentored. So sometimes I would say it that way. Sometimes I would say directly, okay, here's my mentoring program. Here are the details, So it's different answer, same question. Can? You can do that. Yeah, definitely can do that. Right. Now, once you're building up your journal or your frequently asked questions, you need to pay attention to at least 3 main areas in your market. The 3 main areas are the 3 things you always get from people who read your website. Or these are the 3 main areas that your counterparts in other countries are always addressing. 3 main areas. So what are those? It depends on the industry that you are in. Okay. If your industry is in, let's say you're selling CCTV. So what are the 3 main areas in CCTV? One would probably be, do you have solar-powered CCTV? I'm just making this up. And then the other one would be the size of the backup drive that you use. And one would be budget CCTV. So these 3 areas, if you keep getting questions about these 3 areas, then obviously your website must contain these 3 main areas most of the time. Okay, you're going to be focusing on these 3 areas. All right. So when I started doing online marketing, my website contained, well, you can't find my website anymore. I took it down. But my website contains stuff about online marketing. When people started asking me about how can I work from home? How can I become a virtual assistant? Guess what my website was about after that? That's around 2010. My website shifted from online marketing to, okay, this is how you work from home. This is an interview of a person who's working from home. This is an interview of a person who's a virtual assistant for many years. So my website started developing the second thing. Remember 3 main areas, which is this is how to become a virtual assistant because of the questions. And the other area in my website is the tools. No? What are the tools that I will be using as a virtual assistant, for example? So my website developed 3 main areas, not immediately, but eventually. Okay, so just focus on this. Your website must have at least 3 main areas focused inside your market or group, or focus on the problem you're trying to solve. All right. An area could be very, very simple as, let's say you're targeting people who are doing Zoom calls or Zoom meetings. Okay. So, and you happen to be specializing, for example, on microphones, let's say. So the 3 main areas could be budget microphones, okay, high-end microphones, and mid-price microphones. 3 main areas. You get me? Could be just the price. Yeah. Tapos if you're in the financial market, you can say, let's say your website talks about finance advice, then you can talk about banking advice. You can talk about stock market advice, and then you can talk about other financial instruments advice. You know what I mean? Tatlo. Or you can talk about 3 levels of mind. Like, for example, beginner. So let's say your website's about fishing, skating, ice skating, golfing, all that stuff, sports. So your first 3 main areas would be 1, beginners, intermediate, advanced. All right. So that's an example. No, that's an example of the 3 main areas. Loy, hindi mo ba nakikita yung malaking video ko? Yung wala talaga akong mukha sa sarili kong video. You should be able to see my screen share, what contains my face. Do you guys see my face? I know you can see my face. Can't you see my face, guys? Yeah, you see my face, yeah? Masyado ba maliit? Okay. Kita naman. Ewan ko ba kay Loy? Loy, baka hindi mo tinitingnan yung screen share. Kasi nasa screen share ako eh. Wala ako dun sa video ni Jomar. Hi, Lilia, Luz, Antioneta, Mary, Mercy, thank you for being here. Si Catherine also, Love, Ophel, Rosie, Rowan, Loy King, Enrico, Judaline, Jessica, and Gerald. Thank you so much for being here. Kung naka-cellphone ka, ganun-ganin mo hanapin mo yung aking screen share. The screen share malaki. Okay? And Dinah, hello! Hi, Lilia. Thank you for joining me here. Now, let's go to the next one. All right. The main point of this frequently asked questions is for people to start looking at their, di ba sabi ko may frequently asked questions, no? Bakit natin nilalagyan ng frequently asked questions yung website mo? Okay? Kasi gusto mo why do we put frequently asked questions in your website? Because you want people to see their objections to buying in your website. If they read their objections being answered by the frequently asked questions, then they will be in the mindset of buying. Do you understand me? Because people who object are those people na, yeah, I want to buy that, but you see that? If they are saying in their brains, I want to buy this, but then they want to buy this. All you have to do is answer with objections. Now, another thing you can add into your website, aside from frequently asked questions, are, I call it external evidence. Yan. External evidence are things external evidence are what people say outside of you, external, that proves whatever your product is, it's good. You also know this as testimonials. But I use external evidence. So it's an evidence that whatever you're buying is as good as you say it is, and it did not come from you. It has to come from someone else so that people will believe it. A simple external evidence could just be a picture, of people attending your event, for example. If you have an event and a lot of people join, for example, then if you show a couple of photos of your event, then that will work. Now, everybody knows that it's fairly simple to grab a screenshot of what people say about you on Facebook, right? So external evidence can be as simple as this, which is a screenshot of somebody saying nice things about me, right? Like, for example, it's easy to change. So this is a screenshot for X, one of my favorite clients. You have a screenshot, you copy the text, you put it in your website, including the screenshot, right? So that's obvious, right? External evidence is the secret to making sales online by not working so hard. Let me show you. You don't work hard because if, for example, I invite you to my Instagram masterclass and I show you an external evidence of one of my students hitting 24,000 followers in Instagram. Do you think that's good proof? One of my students now have 24,000 followers in her Insta, which is about crafts, and she doesn't show her face. She doesn't show her face. She's just like posting in Instagram without showing her face. So do you think that proof is enough to prove to you, oh, Jomar can teach this stuff? So external evidence. See that? So the more external evidence you can show off, the more people believe what's in the website. The more people would say, wow, this is the real deal. Yes? That's why the mindset of somebody reading or watching right now, watching this video, must be, I must make it a point to collect my evidence. Collect your evidence, because the evidence shouts louder than you saying, hey, my stuff is great. My stuff is really great. No, somebody else saying something about your stuff is great. That is what convinces people to buy. So the more external evidence you put in your website, the more people will find it useful to convince them that whatever you're selling, in my case, I'm selling my Instagram masterclass. One of my students has 24,000 followers, right? And believe it or not, it's the simplest Instagram class you will ever attend, because the instruction is only as long as one bond paper. These instructions are extremely short. And all you have to do is do what's written on the bond paper every day for about a month, and you'll reach your 1,000 followers. And I have a lot of other graduates from this course. This one being the highest number of followers. All right. So external evidence is your key if you're looking for ways to sell something in your website. Okay. So how many of you always look for the Shopee or Lazada reviews before you buy the product? How many of you ensures that this seller has a lot of buyers and the buyers don't give him 1 star? How many of you do that? I am guilty. I do that. I will not buy from you if you don't have stars, 5 stars. I would probably just, if I have no choice, I'll buy from you. I did that 2 times. No, nobody was buying from the store. I was the first buyer. You know what? In both times, I ended up refunding and returning the product because they were scammers. They didn't give me the right thing. But I make it a habit to look for the reviews, 5-star reviews, read it, think about it, because the external evidence is much more powerful and harder to fake. No, though they do that, no, in Alibaba, AliExpress, Shopee, and Lazada, they do fake the external evidence. However, putting a lot, thousands of external evidence that are fake is harder to do than most. So that's why people rely on external evidence a lot. So here's a question for you. If you have a website, do you have enough external evidence? Or there's none? There's none. If there is none, something's wrong. Okay? Something's wrong. You need to put in tons of external evidence. All right? If you were subscribed to my email list this week, you will see that I put a lot of external evidence in my emails this week. Okay? This is my website, jomar.club. If you got an email from me like yesterday, that one contained like 10 external evidences. People you know and people you don't know that have been under my influence. Okay? Now, if you're a beginner and you got no external evidence, then definitely get external evidence from products related to yours. Like, for example, you are not selling something that nobody has sold before, I'm pretty sure. So somebody has said something about that product. I'll give you an example. You're selling a car. Are you the only person on the planet who sold this car? I'm sure now. No. Many people have sold the same cars in different countries. What are people saying about these cars? You go online, go to Quora, go to Amazon reviews, copy paste. Look for whatever they say. Copy paste. These are public, no? Then they're saying something good about something they bought. I normally ask permission to use it for marketing, but since they already put it out there in public, I think that's not a problem to ask permission because it's already public. So it's impossible not to have, for example, you're selling something as weird as turon. Your turon is very expensive, 1,000 pesos, like in Balisin, no? And Balisin? Hindi pala sa Balisin yung turon na mahal. Bottom line, you're selling your turon, it's very expensive. It comes with ice cream. I'm pretty sure you're not the first person to talk about turon, to sell turon. So if you cannot find anybody who's bought from you because nobody has, then definitely get friends together and ask their opinion about your product. Definitely do that. Because you're saying you have no external evidence. Go get your friends and family and ask for their opinion. Hey, try this. This is a dress I'm selling. Try it on. What do you say? It looks great on me. Ayan, it looks great on me. Dash, Ate Ana de la Cruz. Tapos, you have external evidence. But Jomar, is that cheating? No, that's being very smart. Because it's not you, it's Ate Ana de la Cruz talking about the product. All right. Besides, you're not in school. There's no such thing as cheating when it comes to this stuff. All right. You got one person to talk about your product. That's external evidence. Also, the negative version is also external. All right. So please make sure that is ingrained in your mind. If you ever come across me again in the future, you will notice I will ask for your feedback all the time. Do you notice that? I ask for your feedback all the time. Yeah, because it's ingrained in my mind to collect evidence of what you say I do. Okay. I tell you in speeches or in typing or in emails that I really want to know what you think. I really sincerely do. And if people don't reply, I feel bad because I really like to see the external evidence. All right. So what else have we for? Yes, Jay, we apply it whatever we're selling. Services, training, objects, t-shirts, everything. External evidence is a psychological thing that people want to see. You understand me? They want to see other people there. If people are not talking about that product and you did not show them that people are talking about your product or service, then they will say, I don't want to be the first person to buy this. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to buy this. They don't want to be the first. Yeah. You know the phenomenon, the psychological phenomenon of you go to this cafeteria. Now, sige, let's call it kopitiam because that's what it is. It's in Singapore. So this big kopitiam, you enter it. It's almost empty. But in one corner, there is a long line to one shop. What do? There's nobody there in the massive kopitiam, also known as food court, but there is a long line to one shop. What will your brain say? I'm going to go to the other shops. There's nobody there. What is your brain going to say? He's going to say, what are they buying? Why are they lining up in one shop? See, you're curious. That's because you are looking at external evidence in action. Your brain is saying, they are probably buying something great. And true enough, I went to that line. And true enough, I looked in front of me. What are these people buying? They were buying the congee, no? Rice soup. So you know what I did? I bought the congee. And you know what happened? Nothing. It was nothing special. So I got disappointed. However, the external evidence worked. Why are these people buying the congee? I have no idea. I don't know. Okay. Do you remember this donut shop in the Philippines? Every time you would pass by this donut shop, there is always a terribly big line. And you ask yourself, why are people lining up? It's a long line. It's donuts. And I never really figured it out because, I waited a few years for the lines to die down and bought the donuts, right? And true enough, there was nothing really special about the donuts. So maybe they paid people for the line. Yeah, I don't know. Can't tell you the name because I can't remember it. Bottom line, external evidence is so powerful. If you forget everything I said in tonight's lesson, just remember this one. You can sell lots of services and products by the words of other people. And you don't need celebrities. By the way, using a celebrity for external evidence is like external evidence times 10 or times 100. However, you don't need celebrities if you can get ordinary people, lots of them, to talk about your product or service. Ordinary people. So, yan. Wait lang. Okay, I think that's it. It's time for demo. But it's already 9 o'clock. So let's do that some other time. Oh, okay. No. It's time for my demonstration. I want to show you how to do some of the stuff here, what to put in your website. But I think it's a good lesson for you guys. It's 1 hour. All the stuff I mentioned to you guys is something that you can use specifically to grow a presence online. Okay. Now, yeah, thank you so much for saying that it is gold. Now, here is my invitation for those who want to push things further. You want to move forward in doing all the stuff. I have 2 classes. One is ongoing, one is coming up. And I want to invite you guys to my 2 classes, if you don't mind. I just want to explain this to you guys before we do Q&A or before we go our separate ways. So the first one is my asset building challenge class. So what does it do? This is a website for the details now. What does it do? It's when you create a website that collects emails and grows the email list. That's the asset building challenge. Jomer, why is it called asset building challenge, ABC? Because the website that collects emails, you can convert that into an asset, because an asset is a thing that makes money for you. An asset is a thing that puts money in your pocket. So yes, you can make a website from today's lesson, but if you want to go in depth on exactly how to do that, then let me invite you to my class starting this July, the Asset Building Challenge. This is for serious people who want to get out after 3 months of my class, and then you come out of the class with an asset, a website that grows an email list. The email list, I'm going to teach you how to run the email list. I'm going to teach you what to put in the email and to send to people so that they will keep going back to your website, and so they will buy the products that you will sell them or buy the services that you will sell them. So if you're interested in putting whatever I told you tonight into practice by making your own website, whether you have something to sell or not, then let me invite you to the Asset Building Challenge. Just go to this website here and please join before July 1 because we start on the first week of July. All right. Now, what else do I have to say about ABC? Yeah, the main point of ABC is we assume you have nothing to sell, like totally zero. So the focus of ABC is I will teach you to sell products that are not your own. And these are usually technology products and services. Ano yung tech products? Give an example. When you create a website, you are paying that website. Yeah. So since you're using that WordPress that you bought, the website is in WordPress, then definitely you can encourage people to use exactly the same thing. So it's like, for example, I teach you na how to use this microphone, halimbawa lang. So I can just tell you, okay, since you already know how to use the microphone, you can probably sell the microphone online as well. Yes? In that case, talagang wala ka ng problema because you already know how to use it. So you definitely have the rights to sell it. And you don't have to buy the microphone to sell it. No, you just give a link. Just turuan ko lang kayo paano maglagay ng link para you earn when somebody buys the microphone. That's just an example, the microphone. But that is what affiliate marketing is. Somebody has a product or a service, you use that product or service, you like it, and then you tell your friends, hey, I like this product and service, you guys should try it out. I'll give an example right now for a product and service that I like, that I am so confident to tell you all about, okay? Do you notice my electric fan and my aircon in my sound? Do you notice it? Do you hear any sound of wind or aircon here right now? If you don't, that's because I am using this tool. I paid for this tool. It's very cheap, but I paid for the annual for this tool. It's my noise canceling tool. That's why you do not hear any sounds of this one. You can't hear this one. I'm clapping, there's no sound. There's somebody talking beside me, there's no sound. Baby's crying, there's no sound. The dog is barking, there's no sound. And the aircon and the electric fan, though it's pointed at me, you cannot hear it because I use this tool. Is it hard for me to talk about it? No, because I use it. So that's affiliate marketing. By the way, you can go ahead to this website. You don't have to pay to use it like 1 hour a day, I think. 1 hour a day for free. You don't have to pay. But if you want to use it all the time like I do, go ahead and pay for their annual. It's very cheap. And I think it's a marvelous tool to make you sound professional. You want to sound professional when you talk to people online? Do you? Or do you want to keep apologizing that the dog is barking, that the cars are noisy, that there's always an ambulance beside your house? You want to sound professional? Use this tool. However, it won't work if you're using a cell phone. All right? If you're using only a computer, it will work. Cell phones don't work on this tool. All right? So that's one way to do affiliate marketing, no? Now, everything I said, I can put that in words and put that in my website. In fact, everything I'm saying right now, tonight, is going to go to my website and it's going to become a book. I'm confident because I've already test drove it earlier. You will probably find me or by next week talking about this book, and I probably have it ready by next week. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you guys. This whole lesson that you've learned tonight is a book and you are part of it. So if you want to be part of the book, even more, ask me more questions. All right. So this is affiliate marketing, what I just did to you guys. Of course, I'm not asking you to talk in a webinar or a Zoom call. I do want you to make a website because websites work when you're sleeping. Yes. And you cannot be banned from using your own website. Yes. Unlike when Facebook gives you a message saying, sorry, you can't run ads anymore. Or Instagram sends you a message. I'm sorry, you're doing that too fast. I need you to stop using this Instagram commenting for 1 week. Instagram does that. Now, it means you really don't have a right to use these websites if you do stuff they don't like. But your own website, you can do whatever you like. Yeah, you can do whatever you like with your website. Okay, you can sell this to the same people, and you can sell that to the same people as long as it solves their problem. Yeah. For example, you're talking about live streaming because everybody's live streaming today. So obviously, you can sell to them a camera. If they want to use live streaming, you can sell to them a mouse. Same people. You can sell to them a microphone. Same people. Yeah, diba? So definitely consider making your own website after learning all about these things. I will also guide you on using your, what are you going to put in the website, step by step, and all the secret ingredients you need to learn when it comes to collecting emails. Okay, because making stuff in the website is one thing. The other thing is, what are you going to do so that people will be encouraged to give you their emails? And it's called making the lead magnet. Okay, so something that will entice them to give you their email address. I'm going to teach you all about that stuff as well. You can enroll in ABC. Let me check the dates. Wait. Actual date for ABC enrollment. Where's my calendar? Oh, there it is. You have up till July 5. Okay, I'm gonna give it to July 5. July 5. Okay, July 5. That's a Tuesday. That's your deadline for joining ABC. All right, July 5. We have a very nice pair discount. So if you look for somebody to join with, you're gonna join at a lower rate than most people if you get a pair. Okay. So ano ba ang ABCC? So the ABC is a 3-month challenge. No, we're going to build a website. We're also gonna put some stuff in the website to collect email addresses and teach you how to make the lead magnets that people always talk about. So, and then once you get started on your target market, I will help you by doing your research to start you off. So let me just explain this. It's called done for you research. Done for you research. A lot of people are having a hard time doing research, but the secret to doing a good affiliate marketing website and a good YouTube presence and a good website is research. Since I kind of find it easy to do research, why don't I just do your first research for you? What do you think? This is done for you. This is expensive service, but you get it as part of the service of the asset building challenge. Just give me what your topic or target market is. Just tell me what it is. Sabi mo, financial market, we're selling crypto, halimbawa. I'll do the research for you. Of course, I won't do all your research, but I will get I'll get you started by doing initial research for you. Like, for example, your top influencers, your top websites, your top products. I'll just do it for you. Yes, Anmi? I have a lot of time. I have a lot of time because I've structured my life to be that way. Okay. So that's why I can do this. Usually you cannot find somebody who can do the research for you because it's so hard to do. They have to be smart. They have to know the internet, like the back of their hand. Ganong klase. And if you pay somebody to do the research, sometimes they come up with junk because they don't know how to discern, is this a good thing? Is this a good research? Is this a good resource or not? They don't know. But I know because I've been around the internet for longer than most of you are. So research for me is kind of easy. All right. So by the way, in ABC, we have a lot of templates to follow. And I've already done the templates. You can take a look at them when you're in the course. And you just need to fill up the templates. But I noticed in the first batch, they were able to fill up the templates, but some are not able to start because maybe they need help in starting. So as part of the brand new service, I'm going to do done for you research for those members of class 2. Okay, class 2. And if you're from class 1, please make sure you join us. I'm going to give you a discount for joining us again for class 2 because class 2 is kind of different from class 1 already. All right. You already built up your research. It's now time to convert it into a website and start collecting emails. Now, I also have a course on how to make people go to you. So this is the second one. It's called the Vertical Video Cache Challenge. It's a video traffic course. In other words, you get people to come to you. So YouTube is a great source of people who will come to you and subscribe to you and read your stuff and buy from you. However, if you have no good research, if you have no good YouTube videos, then people aren't going to discover your website. They're not going to follow you. They're not going to find your offers. No. So I made this brand new course for YouTube. It's called the Vertical Video Cache Challenge. And the funny thing is, this is a 4-month course. This is longer than ABC. Go there. So you will learn how to make YouTube videos, really short ones because this is YouTube Shorts. So 15 seconds to 1 minute videos. Go there to join us and have fun and grow our YouTube channels so that we can attract people and go get our views, get our subscribers, and make them go to our website. So this one is a separate course, the VV Cache Challenge, Vertical Video Cache Challenge. And it's for people who probably you already selling something, but you want more people to see it. Yes, you want more people to see your offer. You want more people to follow you. Then join us here in this course. This is a fun course. We are doing videos already. Now we do 2 kinds of videos: the no face videos, so you don't see their face, and the selfie videos. We haven't done selfie videos yet because most of the stuff we're doing is no face videos. All right. So this is a fun thing. This is a 4-month course. We're almost done with the first month, so you have 3 months left. When you join us now, then you can join us this Saturday for our 5th session. So yeah, you can join us even if you're late. No, you can just go hit the replays. The replays are extremely short, and just join us for the next 3 months. Okay, in VBcast Challenge. So this is for generating traffic, making people come to you. Okay. So yeah, ito, you should join as soon as you can if you're not yet in, because it's already ongoing. You need the time to review the lessons. The unique thing about my replays that I have not told much people, the replays are shorter than the live thing. I've edited so much that you will not be able to waste time watching the replays. It's so concise. So if the normal session is 4 hours long, the replay is probably 1.5 to 2 hours long. But you won't miss a thing, okay? Because I edited it in a way that is so concise, all right? So I hope that helps you whenever you say, ay, hahabol ako. That's fine. The replays are short enough. You'll be able to get to the point quickly, all right? Yes, Ophel, meron. Bigyan ka link. So Ophel is asking if you're a member of ABC, you want to go into copywriting. Yes, I also have a copywriting class as well. All right. Do you have questions, guys? Do I have a concluding remarks dito? Yan. Wala ata akong conclude. So let me just end. If you have any questions, please ask the questions now. So I've just summarized it for you guys. What do you put in your website? You need to put a privacy policy. You need to put a journal. You need to look for models and extract wisdom from them. You need to explain why you're doing this. You need to put your resources and tools, okay? And yeah, you need to make sure there's an ongoing journal or blog so that the search engines will see your website as growing, and frequently ask questions as well, okay? Bottom line, what's really going to happen in your website is it will look like you have created many sales letters. So the entire website is a collection of words that make up a sales letter. Okay, well, my old website is like this. No, it's so many sales letters in the form of a blog. So instead of a sales letter that's isolated, mine is there's a story being told, and then at the end of the story there's a sales letter. So there's way too many sales letters. And since a story is being told and people love reading stories, then they come back to the website and read what's there. So question from Gerald, replay ng last Thursday Zoom meeting. Yeah, I do have replay. I put the edited version in YouTube. I'm going to show it to you right now, only because I'm proud of the edited version because it's so short. Okay? So let me invite you to my channel. It's a brand new channel. I only have 100 subscribers because it's fun to make new channels. I already have 2 channels with 2,000 subscribers, but let me just invite you to my brand new channels. I'm just playing around with this channel. Believe it or not, I'm just playing around with the channel. Okay. So in this channel, I'm going to give you the link, guys, in the chat room. There. In this channel, you'll see I have 100 subscribers, and there is my replay from last Thursday. So all my shows go to this one. Go to this YouTube. Okay. So instead of a 2-hour show or 1-hour show, you see that's 15 minutes plus 15 plus 15. This is totally 1 hour. So I edited my lesson from last week, which was a demo of using Kinsta, WordPress, Tribe Themes. No, so go ahead and hit those videos. You won't regret it because it's way shorter than tonight. Okay, it's way shorter than tonight's show. Okay, because even tonight's show will be edited so that you'll just only get the meat of the lessons. All right. So I do this every Thursday. Please make sure you're subscribed to my Zoom. No, do you know the link to my Zoom? I'll give you the link. Okay, jhilario.com/Thursday show. As simple as that. Kung marunong ako mag-spell ng Thursday show. So this is my service or giving value. Remember that I do what I talk about. So jhilario.com/Thursday show will allow you to get the Zoom link for every show for the rest of the year. All right. So go ahead and join this Zoom link so you have access to the Zoom, okay? And to see the replays that are shorter and easy to digest, you go to my ano mong tawag mo dito? This to my YouTube channel, which I don't remember kung anong pangalan ng channel ko. Basta yun yung mahabang link na yan. I don't remember the shortcut, but anyway, it's a brand new channel. So take a look at that. There it is. That's it. That's me. Shortcut ko na lahat. So when you go here and see all my videos, most of my recent videos are how I make the page. Yan, nandito na siya lang. There's a lot of hidden videos here also. So, okay. So, hindi nyo makikita yung iba kasi maraming hidden. Pero, hope you enjoy these videos. I made this so that I can help people in online marketing, okay? Without them trying to understand. So, there's a lot of stuff there, all right? And they're mostly shorter than usual. Like, dati I would normally do 2-hour videos kasi. So, right now, it's like 15 minutes kasi edited. All right. Sino ba ang may tanong pa? Thank you so much for subscribing. Hanapin ko sa kabila para maibigay ko sa inyo, ha? Anybody in Facebook, I'm just gonna type in the link to my YouTube. Okay ba? Hindi ko tanda eh. I don't remember the name I gave my YouTube, so I'll have to look for it for you. Okay? Okay. For those of you in Facebook, here is the link so that you can subscribe to my YouTube. All right? And for everyone else here, make sure you subscribe to this one, Thursday show. All right? Thank you so much. Meron pa bang may tanong dyan? Wala na? Hindi ko matanda. Naligo na ba ako? Hindi ko na matanda. Okay, thank you, Rose, for subscribing. Thank you, Antonetta. Thank you, Mary Lee. Okay, Jessica J, Gerald, Judalyn, nandito na. Judalyn, nakikita mo ba to? Nandito na ang iyong Apple Watch. So that's a different story. Judalyn is part of my elite program. So, unfair advantage. Ito yung kanyang Apple Watch. So, kakadating lang.
Okay. Thank you.
Talaga siyang laman. Alright? So, meron kasi ako mastermind. Ang pangalan, Unfair Advantage. If you're a member of that mastermind, you either get one of these or one of these. So, any one of these two. An Apple Watch or an iPod Touch. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys. Make sure you join either the Thursday show. Get yourself a WordPress using this link. Get yourself Thrive Themes after you get the WordPress, or any other suggestions I gave to you. Thank you so much for joining me. Join me next week for the same stuff. No, next week we'll have a topic na kakailanganin nyo, which is yung email marketing component. Yes, actually, in next week I'll do a demo of using Thrive Themes para you get an idea. Why is Jomar talking about Thrive Themes? Well, it's what I use to create websites and web pages. But it's much better for you to see why. Okay? Instead of me explaining, pakita ko sa inyo why it's so powerful that you would normally not be able to use, create stuff I make kung wala ka ng tool na yun. Okay, I'll see you on Thursday. I'll demonstrate how to use that website. Pagdating sa free website, wag mo nang i-entertain yan. 2022 na eh. Kung gusto mo maging professional, kailangan meron ka sariling website na bayad. Kung gusto mo mag-free website, you don't need a website, gumamit ka na lang ng Facebook. Gumamit ka na lang ng YouTube. Jessica, you understand? Because it's gonna be the same thing. No? You don't need a website kung you don't want to pay for it. You understand me? Lagay mo lang gamit mo sa YouTube, saka sa Facebook. Libre naman yon, right? Kasi pag gumamit ka ng Tumblr, unprofessional yon. Gumamit ka ng Blogspot, ang pangit-pangit nun. Di ba? Pag gumamit ka ng WordPress.com, libre yon. Pero unprofessional ka na naman. So, mas malala pa yung dating mo. Kasi unprofessional yung dating mo. Mag-Facebook ka na lang at mag-YouTube ka na lang. Mas professional pa yung dating mo. Right? Nga lang, of course, hindi ako nag-agree na mag-stay ka doon sa mga websites na yun. Alright? But if your brain is not convinced na kailangan magbayad ako dito, pwede naman eh. Kasi first time mo marinig to, no? Hindi ka pa nako-convinced, then don't make a website yet. Hindi pa convinced eh. Yeah? Okay ba yan? You do not need to make a website kung you don't see the need to pay for it. Okay? Kasi mahabang leap pa yung mindset na yun eh. By the way, this is an objection, di ba, Jessica? Pwede bang libre na lang yung website ko? Noon, pwede. Kung hindi ka serious. Like, gusto mo mag-vlog ka na lang sa Facebook mo. Kasi pag gusto mo lang mag-express, sa Facebook ka na lang mag-express. Kung gusto mo magbenta, sa YouTube magbenta ka using videos, sa Facebook magbenta ka using posts, you don't pay a thing. See that? You don't need a website. But if you are ready to become professional, you're ready to own your own people, Yung own people, the people following you. You want to own them. You want to own the list, right? Ang tawag nila dyan, ready ka na mag-list building. In other words, tapos ka na dun sa, okay, libre na ako sa YouTube, libre na ako sa Facebook, tapos ka na dun. Gusto mo, when you want to sell something, you send an email and then you can sell. Instead of, paano ba ako makaka-reach ng mga tao sa Facebook? Hindi mo naisipin yun. You just send an email and then you can sell like me. If you're ready to do something like that, then you need to pay for your own website. You need to pay for your other tools. You need to pay for your email service. You need to pay for your Visual Editor, yun yung Thrive Themes. No? So these are the tools we use. Email service, WordPress website, and then Visual Editor. Tatlo lang. These are the tools we use to create an online business. Now, like you, nagsimula lang kami nung unang panahon sa free. And then we quickly regretted it. So, bakit? Ang free kasi yung daming ads. Alam mo na, daming ads. Yung YouTube nyo ba may ads? Kasi free yung YouTube natin, right? Ako, naka-YouTube Premium ako. So, wala akong ads. You see the difference? If I stayed in YouTube, I will still see ads. But I'm not in YouTube. I'm using YouTube Premium. So, hindi na ako nakakakita ng ads. So, that's the same mindset as yung ginagamit natin ngayon, Jessica. You may not be in the right, like, kulang ka pa ng information. Why you need your own website, kaya gusto mo free, yun. I don't know if I'm able to answer the question. Yan ay sagot para sa isang blog site. Maybe I'll make another show. Tama, Jessica. I'll make another show answering the question. Should I use a paid website or okay lang ba ang free? Hindi okay ang free. Baba ng trust ng tao sa free websites eh. Parang, scammer ba to? Alam mo yung ganun na dating? Scammer? Bakit kayo? Meron kasi website, ang pangalan, let's say, jessicaatienza.xyz. That's free. Pero, bakit XYZ yung kanyang, hindi siya .com? Alam mo yung ganun? Tatanungin ng tao yun eh. Tapos malalaman nila, kasi libre. Ang cheap. Alam mo yung ganun? So, ganung mindset yun. You're dealing with people pa rin kasi. When people, I'll just make a show out of it. Thank you so much, Jessica C. Frequently asked questions. Meron na akong show idea. Okay. Salamat. Ophel, Rose, Rowan, Loy, King, Judeline, Jessica, Jay, Grace, Gerald, and Mary Lee, and Mercy, and everybody here. Thank you so much for keeping me company. I'll see you later next week. God bless.